If you're struggling to implement a lot of the good habits in your life that you know you need to do, what you might actually need to do is cut more things out of your schedule. Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name's Alec here. I am eating some salmon and broccoli right now. Trying to multitask a little bit. I was talking to a client. They were talking about how, yeah, I've got all these habits, all these things I need to do. I know I got to drink the water in the morning. I know I got to stop eating a few hours before I go to bed. I'm trying to do all these different things, but for some reason, all these things that I'm doing is not really working. I'm like, really? What else are you doing? I'm just trying to do these things. I'm like, I know you're trying to do those things, but what are the other things that you're not telling me that you're doing? And as we started to dive a little bit deeper, finding out like, okay, yeah, they keep going out to drink every Friday, some Wednesdays. It's been most Wednesdays. And then in the morning, getting the coffee from the coffee shop, also getting a scone, always getting a scone. And it's like, okay, I don't think it's necessarily that you need to start doing more healthy things. Let's start cutting out these other things that you know you need to stop doing. It's kind of like if you go to a buffet, they give you a plate. If you fill your plate up already, whatever you filled it up with is what you got. So it's not, oh, I need to add healthy things to my unhealthy plate. Rather, it's let's fill the plate up first with the healthy stuff, and then you don't have any room for the unhealthy stuff. But if your plate's already full, yeah, you're going to have to take some stuff off of it, because adding things on top of the stuff that you're already doing, even if it's unhelpful, even if the things that you're adding are extremely helpful, most of the time, what the unhelpful things are taking away from you cannot be overcompensated by all the good things that you're trying to do. I don't care how tiny the amount of cyanide is that you put in your morning coffee. I don't want any cyanide in my morning coffee. That's poisonous. Like, sure, if you do such a small, tiny amount, you may not notice it. Or how about you don't add any of it? You know what I mean? And that's a lot of the times what happens with the bad habits. You may not even necessarily need to start doing anything. You might just need to stop doing certain things. A recovering addict, they may try to replace the bad habits with good ones, but it always comes down to stopping the thing that they're doing. Now, there's 1,000,001 techniques for how you can approach this. There's the whole thing of changing how you perceive yourself. There's the whole thing of putting yourself in different environments so that you don't get the triggers to do the act that you're not trying to do anymore. But at the end of the day, you just have to stop doing the thing that's harming you. So all the biohacks, all the supplements, all these different things, like stop adding stuff and start looking at what you can subtract. Similarly with finances, it doesn't matter how much money you make if you are always spending more than you make. I don't care if you make $1,000 a day. If you are spending $1,200 every day, you're just as broke as the person who makes $10 a day but spends $190 a day, or whatever the math comes out to be. So sometimes it's just like, it's the simple things. Spend less than you make, invest at least 10% of your money, and do that consistently over a long period of time, and you'll have a lot of money. If you want to lose weight, you got to eat less than the calories that you're burning off. You got to do it consistently. You got to do it for a long enough period of time, and make sure you get a lot of protein in. That's the secret. You don't got to go to school to learn that. That's literally like as simple as it gets. Now, like I said before, there's 1,000,001 ways to do that, but at the end of the day, make sure you're eating less than you burn off. Make sure you're getting in enough protein, and don't do any exercises that are going to hurt you. And you're golden. You're going to start seeing results. Most of the time, a lot of the times, you're just going to have to stop doing certain things. For example, with like drinking alcohol, I don't care how great a gym session that you got in was. I don't care how clean you were eating. Alcohol inhibits the body from repairing broken muscle. It short circuits the protein synthesis, the actions, the steps that your body needs to take in order to repair muscle. And if you're doing so great in the gym, you're getting all the protein, but then you drink a lot of alcohol, you're not going to recover as well as you could if you skipped drinking the alcohol. Now, don't get me wrong. I like to imbibe every now and then, but you can't do it consistently. You know, when I'm drinking, that's something that I've added into what I'm doing. It's not something that I'm cutting out. It's already out. It's already cut. For me to drink, people are like, I didn't know. You drink sometimes? And it's like, no, I drink rarely. But when I do, I factor that in. But don't be the guy where it's like, wait, you exercise, you go to the gym? You don't want people to like, you say you go to the gym all the time? Are you sure about that? It's like, or it's like, I eat healthy. Do you now? You know, don't be that guy. Much better to be the person where people are like, what are you doing out on the weekend? I didn't know you go out on the weekend. It's like, I don't go out on the weekend, but I made time for it right now. So anyway, stop trying to fill your plate up with all the quote unquote healthy hacks and this and that. Find things that you can remove, and then you'll have the space to add the good stuff. So if this was helpful, inspirational, things like that, you want to see more type of fitness content, do live streams of my exercises, and I like talking with you guys, but I want this to be a very communicative type of community. So drop a comment if you got questions, and make sure to subscribe and join our growing community of A-team players. That's what I'm thinking about calling our group here, the A-team. So if you want to join the A-team, make sure to hit subscribe and start talking in the comments. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.